Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Did I just misclick? No, there it is. It's showtime. Hi, guys. Back again with Bone Dome. Come on. Come on. Still in Esteldin, I think. Should be able to turn in some tasks, though. Plus, I have a silver for free that's daily and a gold that's weekly for free. What is that? Major potion of power. It actually looks like a container of Kraft mayonnaise. Hellman's, east of the Rockies, as the ads used to say. Enhanced XP supplies. Well, sure. Those give you more of the bonus time. I will happily use those. Let's see. And over yonder is the task board. Let's see what we've got. Northdown should be coarse skins. Yep. And broken wood spears. Yep. Piles of large filth. None of that small filth around here. We only take the large. Flawed goos and tough carapaces. Flawed goos and tough carapaces. Now, who do I turn these into? Ferrif. And where is Ferrif? Ferrif. He's not in there with the pigs and the chickens. There they are. That'll be a quick 1,500 rep.
What can I do for you?
And a little bit of XP.
Greetings.
That is my rep with Rangers of Esteldin. I'm now their friend. I'm a friend. That should be another dime. 10 more LotRO points.
What can I do for you? How can I be of service?
Take this filth off my hands. We are done. We've hit the task limit for the day. We do not need the tasks at hand tracked any longer. Let's see if we can sell some crap.
What can I do for you? What do you need?
I need to sell some crap. Anandir is garbage. That is of no use to me. Cannot use. The delicate fur of fate. Not as good for me as the delicate fur of might. Gloves of the chieftain. No, thank you. Tactical shoulder pads. They're so tactical. Dickweed's hat. Oh, I'm sorry. Digweed's. You know, I'm just gonna sell some of the task stuff, as I don't need as much as I've got. Anything with less than 10, we've got 50 coarse furs. That by itself is enough. Yeah, we now have some space. The final frontier. Mount up, and we're going to go talk to the Yortkun. The Earthkin Chieftain on the east side. Our first trip to the east side of Esteldin. Can I get in there now? Nope. Must have completed the quest. Chapter 3, blah, blah, blah. How about over here? Albarad.
Stay a moment.
Fellowship. Fornost. No, thank you. Full fellowship quests. No, thank you. I am a doughty dwarf, but I am not, in fact, a group of 5 characters. I don't assume that is my friend Duncan. I assume that is an entirely different person named Duncan. One of my guildies. His main is Duncan. But he is, I believe, a D-U-N-C-U-N, and that was a D-U-N-C-A-N. Quest to the Earthkin. These are a slight journey away from the lore. They are not anywhere that I'm familiar with in the lore, at least not directly. There may be some obscure reference that they used as the reasoning behind it. But I have no particular issue with it. Villages of the Earthkin. Brucefold. They're big. Slabs of oryx meat. Easy peasy. Dire warg hides and harrowweed. Earthkin weapons from their brethren. Oh. Wait, these are the bad ones. Hey, it's a warg. And another one. They scared me. I'm scared. How about some oryx meat? Rautalema warrior. Finnish sounding name. My level is too low. Minimum level is 90. Every single person on this server's level is too low. we've got another whore mantle. I enjoy beating up Aurochs, evidently. A little peculiar, but, you know. Dwarfs are going to be dwarfs. I do have a point. No wraiths yet, but the day is young, or night is young, whichever. Day and or night is young. Oh, one shot. Right, that is all of... Well, we can destroy that. That's a questy bit. Show the collar to someone at the treasure hunters camp. Memory serves, that's for one of the big named wargs. Pardon me, sir. Can I have a moment so I can talk with you? Fist. All of the weapons. I need one more warrior, 12 more wargs. Ah, yeah, the wargs is for a bounty. That's different. Who's a good doggy? And there is the shadowy wraith. Closer than I would care to experience, but that's kind of the way it is. Let us go ahead and eat a pie. Well, I'll have one. I mean, I could eat as many as 3.14159 of them. Ah, math humor. It never gets tired? Old? One more hunter, right? Oh, I need one more slab of oryx meat. There's all the oryx meat anyone could ever want. Well, that's an exaggeration. I'd rather not track that, but it would just keep popping up. Warg hides and the yarrow. I'm not sure what the yarrow we call off the top of my head. Oh, we've got a bunch of wargs here right in a row. This one's even sleeping. Wake up, sleepyhead. Time to die. That was mean. I must not be in the right arrow for the area. That's the warg bounty, but I'm not interested in that particularly. I guess I'm not in the right area. I want that one to be the focus. I guess I am in the right area, but I'm just not getting any of it. It's the warg bounty. Trying to remember where the harrowweed is. Maybe to the further to the south, I think. Sort of in the lower area down there. The dell, I guess that would be. Around in the trees. That's what my addled old brain is thinking. There we are. Harrowweed. Now, is that one in the right area? That one is in the right area to get the warg hides, where the other ones were not, for whatever reason. Harrow, 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 harrow. Sorry, old man channeling his youth. The Three Stooges. I have no idea if you kids today ever watched The Three Stooges when you were kids. I have no idea if it's on TV or what any longer. It was kind of one of the givens of youth when I was a kid. You need 2 more warg hides. And 1 more hunter. Of the bad. Yorkin. That might be one over there. That would be convenient. Pardon me, Warg. We're going. I need 1 more to finish off the bounty as well. It is one of the hunters. Excellent. Wait, why did I not get credit for that? Rauta Lema. Hunters. Oh, I need another one. It's not the hunters. Be a warrior. Thank you. All I had to do was tell him to be a warrior, and he was. Completed Fall of the Earthkin. I need 1 more dire warg hide. I thought I had them all. Obviously, I was wrong. Alright, your turn then. That's what I needed. 4 quests to turn in. What is... Right, that's the way. I was confused for a moment. I'm all better now. Don't laugh at the old man. Your time is coming. Hopefully, not for like another 35 years, say. If you, I would just advise you stay young. Wish I'd thought of it when I was young. Let's cash in some quests. We may be getting very close to level 30. Well, we are getting very close to level 30.
Do you come with peaceful words?
1. Elder Tavo.
What brings you to this place?
My feet bring me to this place. Tavo's band. Nope, none of those. We'll take Turdam. And Mauno, you gonna good? You gonna give me level 30? You gonna be nice? Give me level 30?
Greetings.
Warghide helm? No. Stalking cloak? That's a little creepy. Ding 30. Destination? Even dim. Or Ever Swim, as we called it. New skirmishes available. No, they're not. Don't lie. Bastards. Skirmishes were not available until Moria. So, they're not available here. Until they launch Moria for this server. Alright, Malno.
If you have come to help, you are welcome.
Warg Hunters and Dire Wargs. He beat up a bunch of them. I guess he wants more. A little bit bloodthirsty, I guess, but, you know, fine, whatever. New mail, and that. Oh, my auction of light hide finally sold. 950 silver, that's almost a complete gold. Gift. And another matter of importance. Attach that. That is a quest item. That is a class quest. We'll accept that. We'll finish grabbing these quests, and then we're off to get that, because I believe that's going to give me a new and improved set of 50 gauntlets.
Hear me out, traveler!
Hear me out, traveler!
Will you hear my tidings?
Bring Ivare's message. Where am I currently set on the... Oh, I never updated it to be in Esteldin. So we're going to have to ride back to Esteldin. Set our homestone there. And then fast travel from there back to Bree. Well, I hope you all didn't miss me too much yesterday. After a night of enjoyable drinking, the next day I usually have like no energy and no ambition to even have energy. So I just generally don't bother trying to stream. Connect Ranger Troves. Alright, I'll collect Ranger Troves too, but not immediately. You're going to have to wait. Stand in line. Fat Body. The one, the only. Welcome, Fat Body. As always. So we have Murderer's Row coming up in a week and a half. On the 20th, we have the one I'm most interested in, which is the new expansion for Guild Wars 2. I'll be playing the living hell out of that.
Might I take a moment of your
Dr.
time?
Kanuian, the Wardens of Anuminus. Anuminus. So that's the 20th. The 21st is the new Warframe expansion. The 22nd is the new WoW expansion. 3 expansions in 3 days.
Would you do something for me?
Oh, Barton. I am changing my bind. I have changed my bind.
Greetings.
And salutations. Westbury Swift Travel. 50 silver. Highway robbery. Okay, it's not really a highway. It's kind of a dirt path. Dirt path robbery. And poof. And here we are in lovely and scenic Bree, everyone. The sign of the prancing pony. Right there, it's a prancing pony. See? It's prancing.
this. Could you
Collect
help me
Dob
with something?
Sandheaver's pack. That's found by the giant, I think. I haven't done that in a long ass time. Alright, back to the jail. Which is evidently and weirdly the home base for brawlers. Left turn. Brom Hawksbeard.
There you are. Finally.
Here I are.
I received word that Derwent Bindweed has run into another spot of trouble.
Of course he has. Ooh, look at that. Choose one. Ah, a headguard or a chest, not new fisty things. How's the headguard look? Oh, the chest piece definitely cooler. We're going with that, I think. Now it's going to be a minute before we get access to that. I'm not sure the hat isn't better, though. No, the chest is better. All right, we have to find Derwent Bindweed. Where's Derwent? Outside the town of Stoneheight. Derwent. What a bindweed. It's due north. Is it in the North Downs? Melee in the Square is the one by Anandir? Yeah, okay. Actually, faster to just use. Our Hearthstone, or equivalent. Actually, I believe I'll just hop on the pony and ride to the
How can I be of
Master that's
service?
right over there. I can't remember which. It's not Othrakar. Is it Meluinen or Amon Wraith? Amon Wraith, I think. Wraith. Sorry, Wraith. If you have two vowels in Elvish next to each other, the second one is long. So R-A-I-T-H is Wraith, not Wraith. And the name of the Elvish name for men is Edain, and for many years I pronounced it the Edain. But no, it's Edain. Although the dwarf D-A-I-N is Dane, because that's not an Elvish. Elves, man. Elves. What was it? Somebody had another suggestion for getting rid of the hitching. I can't remember what it was. I'm gonna check real quick. That's too many days ago. That's not the one I was looking for. No, not seeing it. The first one did seem to help some, and that was to, of all things, turn off the profanity filter. Because evidently constantly checking the ongoing chat for profanity was causing client hitching. That's not good. That's poor coding. Did seem to help, but I am still getting some of the hitching. Somebody else had a simple suggestion, and I can't remember what the hell it was. Whoop, okay, we've gone far enough. Technically, we've gone a little bit too far, but that's fine. Forp! Good evening. Welcome, as always. So I was hoping for new fist weapons, but no such thing. Not yet. But I'll take a pretty new chest piece. After I, beat the snot out of some people. I mean, if I didn't beat the snot out of anybody, I wouldn't be a brawler really now, would I? Hi, Derwent. Derwent Bindweed. Talk to Derwent and tour the town of Stoneheight.
Right this way, my friend.
If I could walk that way, I wouldn't need the baby powder. It's the oldest joke in the book. The book of old jokes. Guy goes into the pharmacy, says, where do you have the baby powder? He says, walk this way. If I could walk that way, I wouldn't need the baby powder. That's the joke. Talk with Derwent Bindweed. Walk with him through the town of Stone Thingy. I'm now following Derwent. I really appreciate your help back in Bree. Even so, I'm glad my family and I were able to find a new home. In this shithole here. Who knows what Bill Fernie might have gotten up to if we stayed in Bree. What's that? Why, this is just some rustic decor. Nothing to worry about. Really, Bone Dumb, have you never seen an idyllic country town before? Stoneheight just needs a little fixing up, that's all. What town does not? This? Why, someone is simply taking apart this wagon for the wood. Derwent is not the smartest, sharpest knife in the block. I could see some lovely flower pots being made out of these. I'll show you there's nothing to worry about. Follow me. Hello there, Rose. Good morning to you, Derwent. How are you enjoying your new home?
Oh!
Quite a lot, thank you. Oh! But my friend here says Stoneheight isn't safe. Can you believe that? Hi, neighbor Rose. Not safe? What a thing to say. I moved in 7 days ago and it seems perfectly safe. Ned? It's neighbor Ned. Hi, Rose. This brawler says the town isn't safe. I didn't say it wasn't safe. I just said it's a shithole. There's a difference. It's been 8 days since the last orc attack, hasn't it? That, what? What? 8 days? I think you might be a good luck charm for us, Derwent. 1 whole week without orcs at Stonehenge is quite a lucky span. But now it's done. Here they come again. Well, then I'll just have to kick some orc ass. Which one of you is from Bree? Me. Who wants to know? Must be you then. Get him, boys. Welcome to Stonehenge, Derwent. I'm on fire. Oh, perfect. A fucking wraith. God damn it. Such horse shit. I'm downed. Fuck. Yeah, this is the horse shit that people have been complaining about. I have to do the whole thing over again. And maybe get invaded again. In which case, I may quit. I may just stop the stream and call it an evening because it's such fucking stupid idiocy on their part. Oh, and I'm back outside of Esteldin. That's perfect. That's not fun. That's not fun. No part of that was fun. Oh, I'm not even in Esteldin. I'm even further away. Perfect. They think they're looking at and seeing if they can remove the wraith spawns. How they thought that was an acceptable thing. I mean, I'm mostly through that part of the instance. Now I have to go do the whole thing again and hope that I don't get invaded again. Because if I get invaded again, 9 straight orcs is not sufficient, but 9 straight orcs and a wraith is. I don't know. I mean, I know they're a small team. I know they're a really small team. Because the company that's in charge are grossly incompetent. SSG. Is indirectly. I mean, they can't even actually say that they're owned by Daybreak Games, or They Break Games as we call them. Both companies keep dancing around the ownership. The fact is obvious that they're owned, and they won't say it. Because Daybreak is a clown show. The CEO is a bad joke. How the hell he ended up having bungled the company into basically failing and then getting bought out and ending out in front of I believe the entirety of ENAD Global 7 now. Some people just bungle their way up, and he's one of them. And so the company is really small. The team working on the game is really small. But it seems like there's a real shot that they don't have the technical expertise to make it so that the wraiths don't spawn in single player instances. Sadly, it is a perfect demonstration of what the company's problems are. They're trying to run it as if it was still a AA game, and it's not even that. Not with the team that's currently running it. The original game and everything was and continues to be
this way,
great.
my friend.
And we have to go through this crap again. If I get invaded by a wraith again and killed again, I'm going to be ending the stream, and I won't be streaming Lord of the Rings Online anymore. I don't need stupidity and poor decision making. There's a reason I stopped playing the last expansion for the game after playing it for like a week. It was just so frustrating. It was obviously just... I mean, there were some... From what I saw of Umbar itself, that seemed to be fine. But it took me 6 days, I think, to get to Umbar. And it was the worst kind of content, where 80% of the time is spent riding from place to place, back and forth. It was dreadful content. Filler content, the entire thing. The way I was describing the missions, which are the brain-damaged, bastard, incestuous offspring of skirmishes. Just not even a minimum viable product. You take a piece of world landscape that already exists, you put in 4 mobs, you fight them, fight 4 more mobs. There's a little bit of 2 characters talking, 4 more mobs, 4 more mobs, 2 characters talk, 4 more mobs, 4 more mobs. Boss, end. I believe the people who are working on it are doing their absolute best. There just aren't enough of them. They don't have the resources to do more than what they're doing. But I'm sure the CEO is still getting paid through the nose of Daybreak Games and Enad Global 7. Mind you, they're not a catastrophe on the same scale as Lars Wingefors and the Embracer Group, who Lars Wingefors may be the single biggest pox on gaming in history. Never has one guy set fire to so much good stuff in gaming. All the companies that he bought because he was going to get money from the Saudis, until even the Saudis realized he was an idiot and chose not to give him a couple of billion, I believe. And since then, it has been non-stop layoffs, game cancellations, studio closures. Ah, that showed him. Let that be a lesson to you, you stupid orcs. Once again, you've proven yourself a hearty friend to have, Bone Dome. But what did the orc mean when he asked which of us came from Bree? It sounded as if he was looking for someone in particular, but for what purpose? Wait for Derwent to investigate. A note. Listen to this. Yeah, I'm listening. Do you need help reading it? Listen up, you lot. You didn't get this from me, but I've got some easy pickings for you. Fellow from Bree has caused me some trouble in the past. He fled to Stoneheight, town not far from Orc Valley. Must be talking about our new neighbor, Rose. Hush, Ned. Do something about him, and I'd appreciate it. I might have more tips for you. Signed, a friend. Well, a friend to the orcs. He sounds nice. I know who wrote this note, Bone Dome. Bill Fernie. It's Bill Fernie. It has to be, that villain. He directed these orcs to come in search of me. I'm lucky you were here, Bone Dome. Private encounter will shut down. No wraith that time. Derwent.
That's two I owe you, my friend.
Talk to Brom Hawksbeard in Bree Jail. Not much of a place they've got here, gotta say. I believe someone was correct when he called it a shithole. That someone was me. And I only called it that because it's a shithole. So we ride back to Esteldin. You see what I mean about the back and forth? This is the kind of stuff that killed at the expansion for me. Where am I? Yeah. It was like this the whole time. You'd talk to an NPC, you'd ride for 3 to 5 minutes to get to a place, you'd kill 8 mobs, you'd ride back, it'd give you another quest, and the whole thing was just 80% of the entire expansion was spent riding from place to place. Keep in mind, in the original game, you couldn't get riding for a long time. Level 35, I think? I think it was level 35. And then it cost 4 gold, 220 silver. And instead of turning it into a moment like in WoW, where you got it, you celebrated, and it marked sort of a signal moment in the game that you had graduated, from the early game. But here, instead of turning it into something you celebrated, you turned it into something people hated doing. Because there were a series of incredibly tedious quests. First, you had to ride a horse from Hengstacer Farms, which is north of Bree. You had to ride it to the gate of Bree. Turn around and either run back or go inside. I think you could buy a horse trip back, but I'm not positive. I think maybe you did, but my memory is that you had to run. And so you'd run back, and then they want you to deliver one to the Shire. Be careful that you don't get dismounted while crossing the water or something. It's real easy to do. You'd have to get all the way back and do it again, and then you had to deliver one, not to here, not to Esteldin, but to Othrakar. And again, any of the mobs on this side of the bridge were big enough to, if they hit you, to dismount you, and you'd have to go back and do it again. And then you'd go to Hengstacer Farm, and they had an obstacle course you had to complete.
What do you need?
Before they'd let you ride the horse, buy the horse that you needed. All right. I get my first teal piece out of this. We'll go with the chest. Don't know why he can't give us both. Cheap bastard. And come on, spawn please. Anytime now. Thank you.
How can I be of service?
Here, take 70 pennies. Give me swift travel to the south end of town. Alright, I'm back.
Derwent and his family are faring well in Stoneheight? Very good.
Title awarded. Trouble Seeker. Hey, trouble finds me. I don't have to seek it out. You know, I like the chest piece, but the rest of it just isn't going together with it, sadly. So I think I will continue to wear this robe, which covers up most of the mismatching ugliness. All right, let's see. Route of Lema. A lot of stuff with the Route of Lema. Back to Westbury.
Greetings.
And then back to Esteldin.
How can I be of service?
Yes, I would like the express to Esteldin, please. Thank you. All right. Back out the east side again. Well, there's a character who's proudly wearing the Undying title. Show off. I wonder how many wraiths he ran away from, like a great big chicken. I think take the quest in here just to get the damn quest ring to go away.
Stay a moment.
Stewie Inn is over here on the left, I think. Isn't that a Stewie Inn? Yeah, it is.
Silently now,
Morgul
darkness
helps.
approaches.
Fornost. That one we remove. No, we still can't get in there. Yeah. Right. Alright, well, what is the ring quest now that I went to Esteldin? Oh, of Arthedain and its settlements. That's the one that just requires you to... Oh, I thought that required you to click on the fourth sort of founding stones throughout a number of the ruins. But it's another talk to Esteldin, so, I mean... Get that finished, and another quest from Esteldin.
What do you want of
Yeah,
me?
the founding stone of Dolandir, now called Esteldin. Is that on the other side? Evidently no. Is it in the next sort of room? I didn't think so. Must be. There are a number of ruins throughout the area. Yeah, there it is, the founding stone. Commented yesterday in the founding stone. One of them was a clicky, but it didn't do anything. But there's like 4 of them. And sadly, she gives them to you one after another, rather than all at once. Narrative reasons, I know. But still, it feels like they're stretching content. This is old stuff. This is from early in the
Why
game.
do you seek
Okay, now
me?
we're giving us the rest of them. Thank you. And now, back onto the eastern side. More wargs. Where's the treasure hunters camp? I don't see it anywhere. Huh. Yeah. Don't know. Do not remember. Sound bitter about which? It. Vorp, because I'm bitter about almost everything. It's part of being an old man. Your time will come. You'll be old and bitter. Oh, the Undying title? No, I just... Because I lost it so early. But I know what you would have to do if you wanted the Undying title here, and it would involve a lot of running away and getting lucky. Because if they spawn in the solo instances, a lot of times there's no way out. There is no door to exit, no place to run away to. Need more wargs? We do need more wargs. And I got no problem with that. Speaking of which, we have one of the big wraiths. One of the elite wraiths has just spawned, and now I have to run away. Because these ones I have no chance against. They have 8 times my hit points and a 40% incoming damage reduction. Now you can peel that off because it's a corruption. But that's the first thing you have to do. You have to peel off that corruption. And he still has 8 times more hit points than I do. Allure, a symbol of
Would you
hope.
do something for me?
Hillborn Woad and Orcanet.
Could I speak with you a moment?
No, I do not want the fellowship quest. Thank you.
Might I take a moment of your
Collect
time?
goblin slave callers. Well, it
Would you
doesn't
do something
say
for
that
me?
it's a one of the fellowship quests. So maybe it's not. That looks like it's in Esteldin to me. Esteldin is a danger area. Lots and lots and lots of elite mods. Alright, we've got one of the Ranger troves, one of 3. Hillborn Woad. Woad! Orcanet, I think, is on the western side, though. Yeah, down there near Esteldin again. Definitely don't want to go into Esteldin. It's a bad place. It's a sad place. It's a mad place. Oh, here's the Woad. Oh, so the Ward... Well, that can't be correct. Was there also Orcanet down here? Something's over there. Yeah, those are like the warning stones leading into Esteldin. Wargs. Wargies. There's the Orcanet. Okay, good. That's all the Warg Hunters that I needed, but I need the Orcanet, so more Warg Hunters gotta go. Yeah, the Goblins is a non-starter. The Goblin Slave Callers, that's going into Esteldin. I have no desire to do that. I mean, mind you, the power creep means that I could probably manage it. I just have no particular desire to do so. I punch those guys right in their shins. They're tall. I'm a dwarf. I wonder if there's something up here or not. Looks like, not. Clippity-cloppity. Now, somewhere over here there's a Oryx skull. That's the last of the Orcanet, I think. And that has to be carried back live. It doesn't go in your inventory. You have to carry it and do nothing but basically run. That is Esteldin's preparation, which is, I think, the ranger troves. Yeah, so there should be a ranger trove around here somewhere. I didn't remember being this far away. I'm not seeing it anywhere. Generally, they're in these little copses of trees, like in here. But I don't see it. Now we're heading into the green, which is purging the plains, and purging the plains is more dire works. Like this one. Exactly like that one. Hey, look, another dire work. One to go. And this one will do. We'll throw an empty beer mug. Because why the ale not? That is the brother's plea, so we've got to go talk to the other Yortkin brother over here. There's a tater. I could pick up a tater. Lots of wargies. AC has kicked on again and it's blowing cold air right up my shorts. I know you wanted to know that. You didn't want to admit that you wanted to know that, but you did. I've got to say, their idea of shelter is not very impressive. Well, there's the brother, Oscari. Conveniently, he has a ring over his head. Bring Oscari's rune to Ivari. Ivari is a fool who refuses to see the world as it truly is. Take this to him, this is all the answer. From me he will receive, now go, or the Rautelema shall crush you. Well, they would try. I feel you're probably right about that. They'd fail. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say they would fail. They would fail, or a wraith would spawn, and they would succeed. LotRO game has literally been repairing itself for 2 hours. May need a fresh install. Possible the launcher has always been, not to put too fine a point on it, kind of a piece of crap. Certainly, killing the process and restarting it if you haven't is always worth a try. But the launcher's always been bad. Installs take forever. Is it actually doing the repair? Because the installs take forever too, because they have the most brain damaged approach, as it's always been incredibly slow. So it may in fact be doing what it's supposed to be doing. As unlikely as it seems, the launcher's always been a piece of crap. I mean, we're finally getting 64-bit server architecture, so, I mean, That's like circa 2005. Well, thank you very much. As far as I know, that's the first love I have ever received from Indonesia. Thank you. What on earth am I looking for? Am I looking for the Ranger caches again, I think? But I'm not seeing them anywhere. There's the second Ranger trove. Ha! These poor Yurtkin, not aware of the fact that they have a trove of goodies from the Rangers right next to them. Or do they? That's 2 out of 3. Yeah, I don't think the other's up here. I think it's down in the... But also there is the skull, a token of worth. Where is that? All the way up there. The N in Nan Amlug. That's the one we have to carry back. That's the one. I feel a sneeze. It's lurking. It wants to come out and play. Watching one of my other streams, you mentioned reading over 40. I don't know how many times. I stopped counting in the mid-40s, so you decided to go to a local charity shop, look for the books. Got all 3 for £3.75. That's not bad at all. Yeah, I stopped counting how many times I read it. Sometime in the earlier mid-40s. Not my age, the number of times. So my guess was, yeah, mid-60s would be a good guess. Alright, where's the damn Oryx skull? Come on. It starts a bit slow. There are sort of 2 points in the book, in my experience, where it will grab a first-time reader. The first is, I think it's the 3rd chapter. The chapter is titled The Shadow of the Past. I used to know it pretty much, yeah, like the back of my hand. A lot less now, because I read it every year or two now. Alright, I pick up the skull, and now we have to manually carry it. Oh, God. Wait, you don't have to manually carry it anymore? They changed the quest. They changed the quest. You don't have to... Used to be, you had an induction bar, and you had to carry it all the way back before the induction bar finished. I have 2 different single-volume hardbound editions of The Lord of the Rings that were gifts. I was easy to buy for quite a while. Listen to some of the audiobook, and the amount of detail is insane. Feels like he's describing a world that already exists. Well, to him, it kind of did.
Do you come with peaceful words? You are welcome here.
I mean, he wrote extensive notes and bits and pieces of stories and stuff all the time. Oat Barton, Esteldin, the Auric Skull to Ragnar. That's not Ragnar, I don't think.
Let the Jorskins speak their words.
Where's Ragnar? Where's Ragnar? Oh, there's Ragnar. Hi, Ragnar. Here.
What is the meaning of this? Will you stop and hear my accursed tale?
That's how the Lord of the Rings feels so deep, is it feels like it's a story based in a already existing history. Because in his mind, he'd already written this incredibly long, detailed history about the entire, age, for ages of the past. Detailed stories, and so that's why you'll see in the Lord of the Rings, you'll see references to events as if they had occurred the way our history has occurred. Collect the skull of the great orcs. Maybe that's the one that needs to be carried back. We can throw away the lockbox. Lockbox says, show the Connor someone at the hunter's camp. I still don't know where I'm supposed to go for that one. Heritage restored. That's back there. Alright, we've got a couple we need to turn in back at Esteldin. There's another book that was never written, or never published in his lifetime, called The Silmarillion, which is sort of the foundational history of the world that the Lord of the Rings was placed in. And it's amazing, but a lot of people don't like it. They find it too dry. Whereas the Lord of the Rings is told as more of a story that is going on, where the story is less important than the characters and what's happening to the characters. In the Silmarillion, it is more the story is the star. And a lot of the background references for the Lord of the Rings come out of the Silmarillion. You get hints and bits and pieces. For instance, when the Balrog shows up in Lord of the Rings, Legolas basically gives out a scream and drops his bow in horror because it is a monster of the ancient world, a Balrog of Morgoth. Heard of that? So that's where people get a lot of the lore from. Yeah. Now, a lot of people find it very dry, so I would not inherently recommend it to everyone as a book, everyone would like, because I don't think it's true. I think a lot of people would find it dry, just really dry. I don't, but then I'm a Tolkien nerd. I can certainly understand how someone would find it dry. So sort of like in the Christian mythology of the fall of Lucifer and everything. So there is something similar in the Lord of the Rings, not real history, where there is a creator and his angels, more or less, the Valar, one of whom is Morgoth, who in his pride eventually falls. When he falls, he takes these 3 incredibly beautiful gems with him, the Silmarils. And the elf who made the Silmarils, Fëanor, wants the elves to... How did I miss? Which quest was that? Was that the guy just outside? Fëanor wants the elves, some of the elves, to follow him to reclaim what was stolen from him by Morgoth. and the other elves don't want to go, and so at one point there's a kin slaying where elves fight and kill other elves to get boats so they can head back to Middle Earth to find, and hopefully they intend to fight Morgoth. And so you get references to these things in the Lord of the Rings. Morgoth, Fëanor, the Silmarils.
How can I be of service?
What is the purple? Esteldin's preparations. That's one more of the Ranger caches. My memory is that it's somewhere over here. But it's been a long time since I had to track down the Ranger caches. I used to know where they all were. Here. Ranger Trove. I was right. That's 3 of 3 Ranger Troves. What do we got? Heritage Restored, and then Techniques of the Masters. That's the book. So we need that one first, and then the Great Skull. Why didn't they fly on the eagles, huh? The eagles do not have regularly scheduled flights to Mordor. The eagles had their own interests. Gandalf was a friend, but he couldn't just snap his fingers and have them show up to give Frodo a ride. He and Frodo a ride. But you're not the first person to wonder about that in the Eagles. Now, I saw something that was purportedly from Tolkien, where he sort of goes into this long explanation and then goes, but the most important reason was he finished it up with something like, but most importantly, stop picking nits about a story, you idiot. And I don't know if it's real or not. I would lean towards no, but it certainly could be real. But he was purported to have answered precisely that question. In pretty much those terms. Yeah, it wouldn't make for a compelling story. But the truth of it is that the Eagles, they have their own interests, they do things for their own reasons. Gwaihir rescues him from Saruman because he's his friend. Where's the book? It's here somewhere. Maybe even there. Fine. Time to start a little random violence. There's nothing I can't solve without using my fists. There's nothing I can't solve with my fists. Is that right? Yeah, there's nothing basically I can't solve without using my fists. Everything can be solved using my fists. That's probably better. There we go. Oh, and we have a Shadow Road. Got him. At least it wasn't the big, bad, ugly one. Big, bad, ugly one's cheap. I'm not in combat. Let me freaking enjoy a meal. Also, there's no guarantee that the Eagles themselves might not be turned by the corruption of the ring. Sort of also in the book, somebody asks, you know, could we not give the ring to Bombadil? And he says basically Bombadil wouldn't protect it. Bombadil would have no idea of how or why to protect it. He would get bored with it. He would leave it sitting somewhere, and then it would not be protected at all. Where's the damn book? Is it in this area, maybe? Yeah, I'm thinking more in this area. My memory is in, like, in one of the tents. Not that the tents are much of tents. These people, man. Their architectural sense is essentially non-existent. There it is, Asiko's book. Alright. Next up is the skull. The Auric skull. So maybe the first one you don't have to carry. You just can go ahead and get on a pony and ride. And this is the one that actually has to be carried with an induction bar. There it is. Oh, I made a friend. Need to beat these guys up, because otherwise they won't let me take the big ceremonial Auric skull. Yep, this is the one I think. As you can tell, it's actually larger than I am. Oh, come on. Jeez. Seriously? Yep, now I have an induction bar. I am carrying a skull. Now I have to be careful, because if I get hit, I can drop the skull and I have to do it again. I understand they need to mix up the questing over time. But this is a mechanic I never liked in the game. Where basically you fill up your hands. Well, I think we're in the clear. We just have to get there before the induction bar ends. Which we should do without a problem. It's just not very interesting. Back to Roosfold. Return the skull of the great Oryx.
By Turin's beard!
Yeah, by Durin's beard. You got something more to say, or is that it? I guess that's just it. 5 might, but no vit. No, those are all bad. We'll take the hammer, because we can sell it at least. Hello, Asiko. The Yorkin are a peaceful race, but the love of peace is not to be confused with weakness. Bring Asiko's book to Gondrank. He Gondrank. Where's Gondrank? Oh, outside it. Yeah. He Gondrank for sure. And then maybe off to Oat Barton. I have a couple quests for Oat Barton. I don't think very often that I spent my trait point. I did.
What can I do for you? Stay a moment.
Scout the Hillman camp at Eastern Ramduath. Scout the pass through the Western Ramduath. Pardon me, I had to get a little cough out. And now yawn out. Next up a sneeze, and after that a fart. Let's go for the quadfecta. Get them all. Should be over here. There he is. Gondrank. I myself have Gondrank many times in the past. Hell, 2 nights ago I was Gondrank.
What do you need?
Sell that. And that. Just sell lots of stuff. There we go. So those are the 2 for scouting the Ramduath. Oh, 4. 3, I guess. Going to market, that, and that's in Evendim. What do you think? Head for Evendim, and then from Evendim south to Oat Barton. We've got a bit of a ride ahead of us. Scouting the Ramduath can wait. I removed everything. Of course I did. I misclicked. It's a gift I have. It's 2:30 a.m. in the UK. Gonna hit the hay. Hopefully catch you earlier next time. Thank you for hanging out. Sleep well. Have a good Friday. That's in a Friday that is good, not a capital G Good Friday, because that's April, I think. So we are riding all the way across to Evendim. We'll get the stable point at Tinadir. We'll see what's open as far as fast travel goes. Good evening, Armored Cereal. Terrifying thought. You've got your Cheerios and chainmail. Chainmailios? Honey crunches of plate armor. Number of months back, I don't know, maybe a year ago, year and a half ago. Time flies when you're having whatever this is. I occasionally do a series that I call a free-to-play through, where I will take a game that I've played a lot, such as Lord of the Rings Online, and I'll use an alt account, and I'll go through the free-to-play experience. And so my free-to-play experience on, wow, that was a major hitch, on Lord of the Rings Online wasn't bad until you get to about the mid-30s, and then the amount of writing back and forth and back and forth, slow writing like this, it's just made it untenable because you don't have access to most of the fast travel points. So, for instance, maybe not from Esteldin to Tinadir in Evandin. And you're looking at a 5+ minute horse ride. Pardon the yawns. God damn it. You know, back and forth a couple times, and it just got so tedious. Now, one good thing about the free-to-play is if you buy a month of VIP, basically you sub for a month, like my LotRO free-to-play through vids, only 3 vids on YouTube. Was it only 3? No, it had to be more than that, because I got up into the mid-30s. Had to be more than 3. Now I have to check. Playlists. View full playlist. Day 19. So, 19 streams. Yeah, because I'm so thoughtful. Okay, that's probably an exaggeration. Oh, crap. How can I don't think I can chat into YouTube chat because I'm not logged in on that. Crap, I can't cut and paste it. Okay, if you go to my YouTube page and you click on playlists, it'll list 9 of them, 10 of them, 11. 11, wow, 11. 11, and then you click view full playlist, and that'll show you all of the episodes. I don't think I want to plummet to a painful death. But one thing you can do is, if you're interested in the free-to-play model and it gets to be too much, if you subscribe for a month, it unlocks a lot of features as long... You're most welcome. It unlocks a lot of features as long as you log in that character while the subscription is live. So if you're going to do that, subscribe for a month to unlock features like more. I think you get 2 more bag slots. You get access to a lot more of the fast travel points. You're going to want to create any character that you're going to want to play in the future. Get them through the tutorial so that unlocks for them as well, or you'll have to sub for a month. In other words, If you're subbed for a month and it unlocks stuff, it only unlocks stuff for characters who log in. It does not unlock it across the account. Just for characters you create who log in. Now, I think, if you're a past VIP, if you ever subscribed to it, to the game, you have access to all of that stuff by default, I believe. And the quality of life difference is worth the $15 in a walk. I don't remember what class I played in the free-to-play through. It's funny, that's the second of the free-to-play throughs I've gone to today. A friend of mine was, I mentioned to him that on the 20th, the 21st, and the 22nd, we had 3 new expansions coming. Guild Wars 2, Warframe, and WoW. He goes, I didn't know you still played WoW. I go, yeah, I go back to play the expansions usually. I have gotten a follow from Emmanuel Winners 234. That's a shadowy wraith. He's only level 26. I could thump him, but he's somebody else's wraith, so I'll leave him. Pleasure to connect with someone who loves gaming. Discord username is Emmanuel1. I have a spiel. Hold on. Give me a second to get to a place where I'm not being chased by bad guys. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. Ah! You're welcome indeed, and thank you very much for the follow. Good evening, and welcome. I think I missed the welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very much for the follow. I kind of ad-libbed that the first time, and I decided I liked it. And it's kind of stuck. It's not my only spiel. I also now have a spiel I give when I start the stream up. And I have something of a spiel that I kind of do when I'm finishing the stream up. And these guys are not going to like me. The Hunter's Camp. I think this is the Hunter's Camp. No, it's not. The bar guest is 3 levels higher than me. So anyway, I had mentioned to him that it was the 3 games were coming. The 3 expansions. He asked about WoW, and he said, well, what is Warframe? And so I linked him my the free-to-play through for Warframe. Which I had forgotten starts with me on about a 10-minute rant about how bad some of the design is, just right off the bat. Not just of Warframe, which, by the way, is a great game. Incredibly fun to play. Not just Warframe, but how so many games these days, when you open them up, they don't give you a chance to control the resolution. They don't give you a chance to control the volume. They don't give you a chance to make any twiddles or move any knobs. They blast you out of the goddamn building with the initial volume of their cinematic, their musical intro, whatever the hell it is. And how incredibly stupid and annoying it is to not open up onto a splash page where you can control things like resolution, borderless, volume, music volume, sound effect volume, all those things. You should be able to twiddle those to your liking before you launch the full-blown game. But so many games, it's just, boom, the volume knocks you over. And they want to, bowl you over with how cool everything looks, even if the resolution is shitty. And the volume is deafening. Just give me a splash page with preferences to start. That's all I need. And then hit me with the cinematic. You know, somebody's all, we need to hook the players. We need to pull them in with this incredibly immersive experience. And somebody goes, why don't we let them, you know, fiddle around with the settings? Or, no, we have to pull them in and make them, alienate them to the point where they uninstall the game before they play it because the initial experience is so
What can I do
miserable.
for you?
All right, I have made it to a Tinadir. Lovely. Scenic Tinadir. I do not have any quest rings. I am not of a level yet for this. Let's see. Oat Barton. I was going to do quests in Oat Barton. All right, Oat Barton is there. Mickle Delving's a long way away. I bought
What
a
can
few
I do for you?
mithril coins. I'm going to use one. So it's one of the things that I frequently complain about anytime a game that blasts me over. I would like No Man's Sky. I have played it a little. Pretty low shoot out the buildings experience and gently guides, giving them more options to explore. I played a good chunk initially on Battle Pass. I got the free Battle Pass from Microsoft for a month, and I played like 15 games in that month. And hands down, No Man's Sky was the best and the only one I bought.
Good day.
Some of them were dreadful. I can't remember. One of them was sort of a space-based survival building game, and it had the worst user interface I've ever seen in any game ever. Going to the market.
Is there something I can do for you?
Yes, you can give me XP and stuff. That's
Please
nice.
stay a moment.
Talk to Albin Northcotton. Oh, okay. I'll talk to Albin Northcotton, but first I have to talk to Hal Gamgee.
What do you need?
Or Gamgee. Destination, Evandim. Alright, where's Albin? Northcotton Farms, right. Got a bunch of quests in Northcotton Farms to do. They're not particularly interesting quests. That's not a ringing endorsement, I understand. But they are hobbity quests, and I'm okay with hobbity quests. I quite liked, for instance, the Yondershire expansion. I thought that was really well done. Get through here. No, I have played it some. I played, I don't know, maybe 20 hours, I'm guessing. And I went back a second time. The UI isn't great, and therefore I have to relearn the game every time I come back, because the UI is not terrific. It's a pretty constant refrain from me about most modern games, is that the user interfaces and the user experience has gone to pot.
What do you need? Could
Remember the
take
first
a
time I
moment
saw
of your time?
the first iPhone? The user interface was so minimal, perfect. It was exactly as much as it needed to be. But nowadays, everything tries to be minimalist, but not as functional. And that's the problem for me. Ooh, new gauntlets? Big damage increase. We must want gauntlets. I have to help all these people with stuff to have new gauntlets, because I need new gauntlets. Daddy needs a new pair of gauntlets. This game any good? Never tried it as a kid when it came out. It is, I mean, it is what in the day, God, I can't believe I'm using that phrase, was referred to as a WoW clone. A lot of the game systems are very, very similar if you ever played WoW. The relative gameplay is slightly slower than WoW, a little bit more deliberate paced. You don't have to be a fan of the books or movies. but it doesn't hurt. I have a friend, one of the guys who used to be in here in chat almost every night, who never read the books, never saw the movie, and he enjoyed the game. He got into the level 40s, I think, before he, got his attention went someplace else. It is good, I think, but it does play at a slightly more deliberate pace than most of the modern games. It's a little faster than it used to be now. If you're a fan of the books, it is a very respectful treatment of the Lord of the Rings books. It has a relatively small team working on the game now, so that kind of shows, over time. Certainly it's not cranking out, WoW quality expansions, but they continue to bring out new content. They just announced their next expansion. I don't think we have a date for it yet. And it's going to take us to Harad, but, we can go all the way from Ered Luin to the Shire, Evendim. We go to Forakel. Angmar is as far as the original launch game went. You got Bree, Rivendell. They opened up Swanfleet. Dunland, but that's not all. Moria. Dale and the Lonely Mountain. We have been up to Gundabad, the Bjorning Lands. We've been to Southern Mirkwood and Dol Guldur. We've been to Lothlorien. We've been to Rohan, Isengard, Helm's Deep. All of Gondor. Minas Tirith is a masterpiece. The most spectacular piece of in-game architecture I've ever seen in any game. We've been to Mordor. We have been to the remains of the Barad-dûr. We've been to Minas Morgul and Cirith Ungol. We have been in the most recent expansion. We have been to Umbar in Haradwaith. And the next expansion is going to, I believe, near Harad. You play Turtle WoW? Right, a vanilla server. I have heard of Turtle. So if you enjoy the more deliberate style, yeah. Definitely give it a try. The free-to-play is just fine to take you up to about the mid-30s. At the mid-30s, I found a couple of the pain points became quite painful. Most specifically, inventory space and fast travel between towns was somewhat limited. And those became, they became pain points. Where's the Oak Barton thing? Oak Barton. Is it? It's not part of the North Downs, is it? No. Is it considered part of Evendim? Oh, it's up here. I was looking for that. All right. I will say, if you're a fan of the books, it is very respectful of the source material. Obviously, it's a game. Changes have to be made. Certain allowances.
Could I take a moment of your time?
It's got... don't be a bad one. Okay, it's the regular one. I am playing on the new servers, which have a feature where occasionally a wraith will spawn on you. And they're bad. I'm trying to not die right now. I'm about to die. 38 left. 38 health left. No problem. I was never in any danger at all. Totally lying. That will teach me to beat up a swarm of sandflies as it spawned a wraith. Also, occasionally, one of the 9 Nazgul will spawn as a world boss. I have not seen that. I've only seen it announced once in chat. So, generally, the questing and the like is what you would expect from most MMORPGs these days. But particularly if you're doing quests in the Hobbit areas, things are a lot more hobbity, let's say. Good morning, Fizbic. Oh, look, a hoe. I'm not talking about Fizbic, as far as I know. That was a joke. Just a joke. A trowel. So this is the hobbity quests. Are going to be things like this. If you're questing in the Shire, you may find yourself doing things like delivering the mail. Picking up bad pies. Oh, somebody has spawned another wraith. Got another hay fork. The wraiths occasionally get spawned in combat. You whack something and up pops a wraith behind it. And that can be very, very dicey. Also, not a fan of this.
Stay and have some tea.
Bring sheep back to the pen. They can also show up in solo instances. I had that happen earlier this evening. I died because, well, I was fighting 3 sets of 3 orcs, and in the last set, the wraith spawned and easily killed me, making me redo the whole thing again. Not a fan of that. Mind you, that's only on the 2 new servers. The 2 new servers are kind of running as test servers. They're running the new 64-bit server code, which should help with things like lag and disconnects, theoretically. And there's also a new server in the EU. They used to have EU servers, but, well, you know, the game had its financial problems, went free to play, became smaller, less aggressive. And so for some length of time, there was no European servers. Now there is one, the Mordor server. I am on Angmar. Those are the 2 new servers. My real server, where most of my play has gotten done over the course of far too many years, 17, 18 years, something like that, is Landraval. Initially, I was on Nimrodel. I had someone ask the other day, they were interested in playing, but they wanted to make sure that, you know, they were on a healthy, populated server. I'm pretty sure they're all healthily populated, but I told them that the most, as far as I know, the most populated server is Arkenstone. I've collected a hoe and a sheep now. Uh-huh. Mind you, I'm not saying the sheep is a hoe, okay? I don't know. Whatever it does on its own time is none of my affair. Welcome to Juvenile Hoe Jokes with Magnifying Lens. Lens, your #1 source of juvenile adult humor. I believe Rosa Brockhouse has a quest for me as well. She does.
Good day.
Collect
Might
wheat.
I have a word with you?
That the last sheep? I think that's the last sheep I need. And I believe I'll be able to turn in the quest for Gerard Deephole. Now, I was making dirty jokes about hoes and sheep, but that guy's name is Deephole, okay? Seriously, that's his name. It's not my fault,
Lovely
okay?
day, isn't it? Hello there. Might I speak with you a
Gather
moment?
up the chickens. Sheep. Not sure where the chickens are off the top of my head. Let's carry these back one at a time too. I'm carrying a chicken. Yep, just carrying my chicken. If it pecks at me, though, I'm going to get angry and I may choke a chicken. And nobody wants to see me choke my chicken. What? All right, where am I supposed to bring it? Because evidently it doesn't go in the pen with the pigs. It goes over here with the other chickens. I have gathered up a chicken. You see, while Aragorn is running around with those hobbits and stuff, doing, I don't know, something with a ring. Guy's like obsessed with jewelry. I mean, he's got, you know, this little brooch from his girlfriend, and now he's helping out a hobbit with something about a ring. Meanwhile, I'm the hero. I'm the one bringing the chickens home to roost, so to speak. I have gathered up 2 chickens. See, this is what I mean by a more deliberate game. Now, there's plenty of fighting, make no mistake. I mean, I was tunneling through wargs half an hour ago, chain killing them. And now I'm carrying chickens. Last chicken. Bringing back the chicken to Mr. Deephole. I'm not making that one up. Seriously. Look, Deephole. Gerard Deephole. I mean, it could be Deephole. I just don't think that's likely. Hey, Jerry.
Good day.
Is it? Is it really
Good
a good day, though?
Might I have a word with
I have
you?
to mud the pigs. Is there like a bucket of water I'm supposed to pick up somewhere for mudding the pigs? What does it say? The bucket can be found at the nearby pond. Am I going to have to make 3 trips back? Because I have to mud 3 pigs. The pond? Where's the pond? Well, I don't have the quest yet to, like, kill the thieving shrews. I know that's coming up. Did not find the pond yet. We expect it to be at sort of like the low point. Albin doesn't have the quest. Oh, there's another sickle. Oh, another trowel. Hey, guitarist, Robin Trowell. That's a deep cut. That's an old guy musical reference, indeed. Still have a bunch of, there's another sickle I was about to say, a bunch of the farm implements I haven't found, despite all the riding around. Yeah, I'm at 10 out of 16, I think. Oh, there's the wheat. Wheat, fields of wheat. I'm dead and they're talking about wheat. That's an old movie reference. Love and Death. The rest of the wheat. Got another sickle. That's all the sickles we need. That's not all the wheat. But there's the rest of it. Ore over there. Scavenging rats. A hay fork. That's all of the wheat we need. Defeat rats around the windmill. Well, that will be just a terrible burden to me unless I can just, you know. By the way, these frickin' rats, almost 300 hit points a pop. That's a pretty big rat.
Hello there.
Bring the flour to Rosa Brockhouse. Okay. I can do that. I can do that. Oh, got another trowel. Is that the last of the trowels? That's the last of the trowels. Just another Oat Barton hoe. That's all. A lot of hoes in Oat Barton. Yes, I do keep making dumb hoe jokes. I know.
and have
Harvest
some tea.
pipeweed and drive off crows. So close to leveling. I thought that was the... Maybe that's where we have to hang up the pipeweed to dry. Yeah. Pipeweed is the next aisle over. North Cotton Pipeweed House. Stuff's unhealthy for you, you know. Causes cancer. Pipeweed. Crow. Again, 300 hit point crows. Pardon me. Another hay fork. I don't like beating up crows. Crows are smart, social creatures. Arguably, smarter than the hobbits. Don't tell them I said that. They'd be really upset. Well, if they got the joke. Well, that's all 6 of the crows I had to drive off. And one more pipeweed ought to do it. And back around, and I think we have to bring the pipeweed to Blossom Gamgee.
How do you do? Good day.
Ding 31. Dun 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 dun. Sort the pipeweed. Sort the pipeweed. I thought it was like we sorted into 3 different batches. Oh, barrels. There we go. One of them's the Maui Wowie.
How do you do? Stay and have some tea.
And place the pipeweed on the drying racks. Also, I should have gotten a trait point to spend. I thought these were the drying racks. These aren't the drying racks? Oh. What? Bring the flour, mud the pigs. Let's check that point first. Alright, we will now have the latent light chance increase as this. We'll make it a 50% chance when I hit a metal spender to get an extra attack of light damage, which would be very good on the wraiths. Get rid of that. I didn't accept the quest.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Yay, these are the drying racks. 2 and 3. Back to Blossom Gamgee.
Good day. Stay and have some tea.
Take a sample from the first bag. Am I going to be getting baked here on stream? I took a sample from the first bag. Yep, I'm getting baked. It has a soft, smooth taste. The second. This one is still smooth, but the taste is deep and lingers. And let's smoke up again. Baked lens. Your lungs burn at the harsh, thick flavor.
How do you do?
So the first was smooth, the second flavorful, and the third you couldn't quite handle? Sounds like we're ready for the market then.
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
Evidently. Talk to Albin Northcott. I still haven't found the pond so that I can mud the pigs. Because that sounds like what I want to do with my day. Hey, Lens, what did you do today? Well, I mudded the pigs. Is that legal? I'm not sure. I got him to sign a waiver. Where's him? That's a pond. Water bucket. I've got to carry the bucket. Oh, don't tell me. I've got to carry it 3 times. I mentioned this is not a mechanic I actually like, even a little. I'm mudding the pigs. Yes, I have to run all the way back and do it again. Punished for my sins, clearly. Did I go the wrong way? I did. I did go the wrong way. And now I'm lost again. This way, I think. Yep, there it is. Yeah. You can't turn away. You have to be facing a clicky item or it won't activate. You can click on it, and if you turn away before you've picked it up, it'll say, you're not looking at it. You can't pick that up. Are you dumb? I think the answer is probably yes. All right. 2 pigs getting mudded. And 3 mudded pigs. Not 3 little pigs, 3 mudded pigs. Run, 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 run. man, my life is passing in front of my eyes. Pigs mudded.
How do you do? Good day.
Defeat
Might I have a
shrews
word
on
with you?
Northcott and Farm. Oh my god, this guy just has got all these things he wants me to bleeping do for him. And collect feed.
A lovely day, isn't it? Hello
He
there.
says, oh, it's a lovely
Might
day?
I
Sure, I
speak with
guess.
you a moment?
Collect grapes. They all have so much stuff. How the hell does anything ever get done around here? There's the grapes. I'm sure they're just making grape juice. Somebody has summoned up and killed a shadowy wraith. You get a visual flare on the screen whenever there's a wraith nearby. And then anytime... Whoop, oh, crushing. Oh, I have to crush the grapes. Now it's time to crush them. Didn't I do that? Stand in the tub and dance. I'm dancing. The grapes are squishing between my toes. Collect the crushed grapes from the tub. Yeah. Freshly crushed grapes ready to be made into jam. Yeah, toe jam is what they're going to be made into.
How do you do?
Bring the jam to Rosa Brockhouse. Blockhouse, something. Really? Do you want dwarf toes squooshing your grapes for jam?
Good day.
This jam is delicious.
Stay and have some tea.
It's the toes. It's all in the toes. Gather eggs. Oh my god, they've got so much freaking stuff. That, to use the English phrase, that needs done. Hey chickens, I'm gonna steal your eggs. Nothing you can do about it. Because we don't eat the eggs. Chicken dinner. Back to Rosa Brockhouse. She's a Brock house. Another old guy music reference for you.
A lovely day, isn't it? Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
Milk the cows. Oh my god, it just never ends. I milked a cow. You know, at least if you dance for the cows in Guild Wars 2, they have little hearts float over their head because they love you. All these things did was moo at me. Where am I going? Churn the milk. Where's the churn? Is it back there? The churn. Yeah, the butter churn is over here. Alright, butter churns. Lots of butter churns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's hobbiting for you for sure. I mean, if I was a dwarf, all I would be doing is brewing and eating. Brewing, drinking, and eating. Which actually sounds pretty good.
How do you do? Could I take
Place
a
the
moment of
pies
your
on the
time?
tables. Oh my god, it just never ends. That's not helpful. There is no functional map for this area. That's a little feature, sadly, that has truly gone by the wayside in the game. Smaller maps for areas. For instance, you know, Bree has a map, obviously. Minas Tirith has a map, but it used to be most of the areas, smaller areas, little towns and whatnot, would have their own maps. That got lost
Hello there.
a long time ago.
Stay and have some tea.
Pull weeds. Oh, joyous. I'm getting to pull weeds. I didn't remember there being that many of these quests. I mean, I knew there were a bunch, but... Alright, we got weeds. Pies on the tables. Weeds for salad? Albin delivering the pies. And the pipeweed is done.
Just a moment.
Alright, there is a rep. Change. The Matham Society I'm now acquainted with. Title awarded, known to the Matham House. 5 LotRO points. I need to pull weeds, 12 of them. I'm assuming this is non-pipeweed weeds. Because if this was pipeweed, they'd just smoke it. For all I know, that's what they're going to do with this stuff anyway. Is that all of them? It is. Back to him about the weeds.
A lovely day, isn't it? Could I take a moment of your time?
Collect scarecrows. Those are the crows. Nothing over there. More crows. So we're looking for scarecrows. And shrews. Scarecrows and shrews. Don't want to miss. Okay, don't think there's the scarecrows there. Somebody's beating up crows. That's crows and a wraith. Level 31 Wraith. Not my Wraith, though. But I'm going to help. Three of his thumping did a job. I'm not in combat. God, that's... Every MMO seems to have that, where they'll tell you you're in combat when you're not in combat. Those are rats. Those are not shrews. This is not where the scarecrows are. So I misremembered. I thought it was along the northern edge, but I was wrong. Pardon the yawn. Oh, it's been such a rough day, you know. Waking up. Yeah, that was pretty much it. That was the exhausting part of my day. Cannot recommend. Don't actually have the scarecrows in here, do we? No. Bag of feed and thieving shrews. Alright, well, that's one. Again, 300-point frickin' shrews. And it's a shadow wraith. Barely got him. Jeez. 6 hit points left I had. Alright, we'll have a little Dale Men's cram. Well, I can pick up the bag of feed. I have heard that clickies are sufficient to summon the wraiths, but I've not seen it. But fighting, even in this case, frickin' shrews can summon up a wraith. That should be all the shrews that needed moitering. the feeding troughs. I thought it was here. No, they're there. For the moo cows. Okay, I have filled the feeding troughs.
How do you do?
You've got to be done with me now, don't you?
Good day. Might I
Yes,
have a
talk
word
to
with you?
Albin. And I still haven't found the freaking scarecrows. No, they're not. There they are. That's right, they were on the northern edge. Just all tucked away back here in a corner. That was unwise. Place the scarecrows in the fields. To scare the crows. Presumably. A mound of dirt. Look at them run away. Cowardly crows. Alright. 2 down, 4 to go. I don't think there's any in here, but I could be mistaken, so I just want to check. Looking for the fields that have crows in them. I think those were up here. This is where we got the wheat previously. I think. Maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. He wouldn't want us to have to actually, you know where stuff was. Evidently no. Well, we got crows here, so... We got crows, but we do not have any mounds of dirt. Without a mound of dirt, you have nowhere to stick the scarecrow. Although I have some suggestions where these people could stick the scarecrow. No, there's no mounds of dirt here. North, it says. It says north. But not here. Gotta be in the next field over. Wow, I had forgotten how annoying this thing is. Seriously annoying is the answer. The whole Oak Barton thing is just kind of not fun. would like to be able to go from one of these little places to another, but this whole area is loaded with invisible walls. Now, if you've been a long time hanger around for my streams, you'll know my opinion on invisible walls is you're a bad designer if you have to fall back on them. Which may seem a little harsh, but it's a mechanic I detest. This isn't getting us any closer. City of Heroes at least has visible walls. If you want walls, put up walls. You know, you've got these big hedgerows. Use those. This should be what we're looking for, yes. At least 2 of them should be here. Hopefully the other, all 4 that we still need. Please. Good morning. From Italia. We are having people from all over the place popping in today. Whereabouts in Italy? I have a friend who loves to vacation in Italy at least once a year. Particularly Roma. There's got to be one more.
What do you need?
I need to find that last bleeping field. Please be right here. Please be right here. Thank you. Ah, Roma. Need to talk to Milo. The Eternal City.
Good day. Hello
Collect
there.
flowers. I
Might
thought I
speak
was
with you a
done.
moment?
Wants me to collect flowers. Where am I supposed to collect the flowers? I see one up there, right? The San Francisco Bay Area, most specifically, I am in Silicon Valley, which is at the southern end of the San Francisco Bay Area. Well, that's one flower. Where are the others? Don't tell me they're all over the place. But they're probably all over the place. My mother did a couple of visits to Italy. Badia, a Coltabuono, where there was a culinary school. Run by Lorenzo de' Medici. My mother absolutely adored Badia. It depends. Today was, I think, like 83 or 84. Hold on. Oh, gotta run. Which is like 28, I think. Let's see, 20 is 68, 77, 86 would be 30, and it's probably 4 degrees below that, so 28, something like that. Not very hot today. But we have definitely had some hot days. $38, that's very hot. Yeah, that's not messing around. Let's see, 40 would be 104, so that's about 100 degrees Fahrenheit. 98, 100 degrees. That's very, very, yeah, that's hot. At least by my definitions. Anything over 90, which is about 20, wait, oh, 90 is 86, about 32. Anything about 32 or more, I would say personally for me, is you're talking hot. I plant the flowers. Where do the flowers get planted? The flowers get planted. That doesn't help. Bay Area famously has what is called a Mediterranean climate. But today, you don't sound like you have a Mediterranean climate despite being in Italy. Yes, I am historically a very big fan of The Lord of the Rings online. Lights
Good
for the
day.
market. I have to light
Might
the
I have
lamps.
a word with you?
Where am I supposed to plant the flowers again? Planting the flowers. Where? Where do the flowers get planted? In the planters up above, maybe? And light the lampposts. Oh my god, these quests, it just never ends! That's one. 2. I gotta make sure that that was not the first, or that was the first one. See, I thought all of these, but I'm not sure. That guy may have clicked on them, and they may not be multiple clickies. Italy waiting for August 29th for the second season of The Rings of Power. I sadly was, I mean, it's an incredibly beautiful series, but I was very disappointed in The Rings of Power. I wasn't expecting a great deal from, in terms of Tolkien. I wasn't expecting it to be true to Tolkien. But I was expecting it to be a better TV show. It's beautiful. Their art and visual effects team, incredible. I just wish the writing was better. But keep in mind, I am a purist. Yeah, well, Amazon got. I wasn't expecting them to get the Tolkien stuff right. I was expecting it to be better writing, better written. All right, they go in there. I think we're almost done here. We're getting this all set up for a party for the hobbits. And that is 7 of the 12 lights. All right, there's another light post over there. For me, the thing I'm looking for right now in the immediate future is the next expansion for Guild Wars 2 is coming on the 20th. Why am I in combat? Why am I in combat? I'm not supposed to be in combat. God. Yeah, I was not a fan of The Hobbit. The first one wasn't terrible, but the second and third ones were pretty dreadful. At least as someone, you know, who loves the original source material. And there's another Lord of the Rings game being worked on, too. And I can't say I'm particularly enthused for that.
A lovely day, isn't it? Hello there.
Okay, talk to
Might
Albin. I
speak
just
with
need
you
to
a
get the
moment?
lights lit, and I think that's it. Need to find, what, 4 more? 3 more. 3 more lampposts. Now, I had some issues with the Lord of the Rings movies, but overall I felt that they were respectful of the source material. That they took the source material seriously, and that Peter Jackson was doing everything in his power to make a good show, or good movies. I felt the first one was great. Is that all the light posts? That's all the light posts. You need to talk to Milo. Where, Milo. I keep doing that. Milo? No, not there. Milo. Going the wrong way again, aren't I? No, no, Milo. Milo is down there. Yep. And then Albin, and I think we finally finished it up.
Oh, good day.
I think that's it. Talk to Albin. And I will have survived it. I'm not sure my brain survived it, but I have survived it. All right, Albin. Everything's been done. All the chores have been taken care of. Help Nibs and Hal Gamgee with their troubles. That's all I get, is that one last little thing, huh? Albin, really? Seriously?
What do you need?
Oh, Albin, Albin, Albin. Back out and back to Oatbarton, I think. And back to Oatbarton. I think these guys are on the farm over here. If memory is working again. Seems to be. Gotta do like some bug squishing or something for them. That's Nibs.
Dear me. Please
Swarming
don't
locusts,
leave yet.
locust queens, and anything amiss in Chubb's fields.
Graciously.
And collect oats.
I need your help.
Locusts and oats. I have defeated swarming locusts with my fists. If this seems unlikely, well, yeah. You know, if I had enormous hands and I could clap really fast, maybe. Oats. Appropriate that it's oats. I'll probably be eating oatmeal in the next hour. It's a standard late night snack for me. Is a little instant oatmeal. With a touch of peanut butter in it. Deed bestowed. Harvest fly slayer. Well, that's heroic. All right, finishing up the oats. A little instant oatmeal, a little extra cinnamon on it, and a little peanut butter. Low calories, filling. And it tastes just fine. Never had oatmeal as a kid, funnily enough, but I'm eating oatmeal now. A couple more swarms of locusts and another locust queen. Two queens down. Pardon me. God damn. And now I feel a sneeze coming again. Got almost all the noises, all the bodily noises going. Except my favorite bodily noise, borborygmus. That's actually a bodily noise. The little gurgling sound you hear from your guts. The belly rumbling. That's got a name. That's borborygmus. Seriously. Is there a locust queen over there? I don't see one. I need a couple more locust queen. And one more regular batch of locusts. And I need to find something amiss. And if memory serves, it's down in this area. There's like a rotten body of like a dead cow or something. Do we have Glowy over there? Thought I saw Glowy, but no, that's not it. Maybe in these fields. We got a swarm and a queen. A couple swarms and a queen. Another locust queen. That's all of those. And where's the anything that's amiss? Like right there? And it's a shadowy ray. I'm in deep trouble. He's gonna kill me almost for sure. Oh yeah, he's gonna kill me. I don't know what the hell happened. Why I didn't get much damage done. He killed me. Don't know what the hell that was. Why I did so little damage to him. I stripped his corruption. I thought, anyway. wrong? It's up in that direction. So, that's another death by Wraith. Wasn't even one of the really nasty ones. Apparently, though, that was the dead critter there. I was fighting the wolf. Apparently, the wolf is part of the problem.
Goodness! Dear me! Please don't leave yet! Oh, gracious me!
A couple more gift mathams. Help Nibs, and I need to talk to Hal. Where's Hal? I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that. Movie reference.
Just a moment.
Collect elk meat. Deed bestowed. Wolf Slayer of the Shire. Oh, I never did open that box up. Let's go ahead and... throw that crap away. Alright, I need to kill an elk. I wonder if these one of those going to work. Yeah, that should work. I have collected elk meat. I will bring the elk meat to Hal Gamgee. Because that's what it says. And I always do what I am told.
What do you need? Might to have a word with you?
Slay Bonefang. Oh, I'm gonna slay Bonefang, alright. I'm gonna slay him right in its fangy trap. Not entirely sure what that means, but, you know, work with me. Bonefang, most likely a wolf. We have spooters. We have lots of spooters. Spiders everywhere. Lots of wolves now. Spiders and wolves. Apparently they get along great. Fine, I have to kill my way in. Then I will. We're going to want to clear out these wolves first. Well, because when you drop the bait, I'm not sure that the big one who shows up doesn't call these to come with it. And taking on 5 wolves at once, even if I don't actually get a wraith to pop up at the same time, it could be a bit dicey. I have to face my fears. And there's Bonefang. Note, he peeled off a grand total of like 35 hit points. Freaking wraiths do that. They more than that, way more than that with their first hit. They peel off a couple hundred. They cheat. Lots of spooters. pal. Will treat us like the hero we are, no doubt. Okay, maybe not.
Hello.
Strange flowers for 4 silver. Worth more than the other 2 things. We take those.
Might I have a word with you?
Talk to Albin. Back to Albin again. Oh, lovely. That's charming. We love going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That was sarcasm. Just want to be clear on that. We don't love it. Don't think that's the right way. No, it was the right way. Why they can't give us a little area map for this, I don't know. But it makes places like this just so much more tedious than they have to be. The road is clear.
What do you need? Just a moment.
My reward, finally, my new heirloom battle gauntlets, which appear to be stupidly more damage than I'm currently doing. So, for instance, currently my number 1 skill is punching from 90 to 120. By the way, this is going to ding me to level 32.
Might I speak with you a moment?
So, 90 to 120. 141 to 188. That's an average of about 165. The other was an average of about 105. So, a 60% increase in damage. Yeah, that might help. Speak to Hob Hillbrow in Dwelling. New skirmish is not available. Stop lying. Skirmishes are not available until until they bring out the Mori expansion for this. I didn't get another point. I thought you got points like basically every time you dinged up, but I guess is it every 2nd level? Did they change that? Maybe. He's in Dwelling, which is there. Well, I am going to teleport myself back to Esteldin, and I'm going to call it an evening. Oh, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I really do appreciate it, as always. I hope you had a little bit of entertainment amidst my whining, moaning, groaning, and complaining. When you're an old retired guy, that's entertainment. I should be back tomorrow at the usual time, maybe a little earlier, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, early morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. Again, guys, thank you very, very much. Probably be more LotRO tomorrow, although as you may have noticed, some of my frustrations are beginning to mount a bit with the game. So we'll see what will be. I will certainly post in Discord if I'm going to be playing anything differently. But again, thank you guys very much for hanging out with me. That is a follow from Captain Jack 96. You get the spiel. Here it comes. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. Thanks. So I should be back tomorrow. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Have a great night tonight, and have a really quick Friday to get you onto your weekend. Thumbs up. I'm back tomorrow. Usual time, usual nonsense. Have a great night tonight. Take care, and ciao for now.